Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Movies TV Mad. Get it right, get it right. Remember, that is my Twitter name, Movies TV Mad. Give us a follow. Today it's all about superheroes. I'm just so excited after just watching the latest episode of Arrow about how this DC live action universe is shaping up. And it is shaping up big time, isn't it, boys and girls? And they're really giving the big M, Marvel, a run for their money now. Now, this is amazing, really, because when Marvel began doing their thing with the shared universe and all that, and of course, what they've done is amazing. And no one can take that away from them. But what's really amazing about how DC have gone at this, instead of just saying we're going to have a shared movie universe, oh no. They've decided to have a TV universe and a movie universe. And what they have done with this TV universe is it's unbelievable. We've just recently had the announcement of Melissa Benoist being cast as Supergirl. So now we're getting a Supergirl TV show. So we have Arrow, we have The Flash, we have Gotham. Hopefully we're still going to have Constantine. If I'm sure I've left one or two out, I just can't keep up. But this is just really exciting times, and I actually predict that eventually we will have a TV version of Superman. I honestly believe that. I think that's where we're headed. I think he will be introduced through the Supergirl TV show. That wouldn't surprise me. It's all exciting, and really you have to give credit to Geoff Johns. When he was put in charge of all this kind of the movie universe and the TV universe, we kind of thought, what's he going to do? How can he compete against Marvel? And what he has done, he's done something that's so different to what they've done. Now, if Marvel didn't do this live action shared universe, DC wouldn't have done anything probably, because they wouldn't have been under any pressure, even though it's easier for them because they're all under the same banner of Warner Brothers. I think a lot of the libel cases have now been settled. The Superman one, certainly dead and buried. No matter what they tell you on the Superman homepage, there is nothing going on with that. But I didn't see any of this coming. I just didn't see how we could at least equal what they're doing at Marvel. So it's just brilliant. As I say, just finished watching Arrow. And what's so beautiful about this DC universe, if you compare it to Marvel, it's not all about comedy. It's not all about making a sarcastic quip. It's about, even though I enjoy that, it can be deep, it can be dark, it can be emotional, it can bring you to your knees, to your tears, anything. It's the action, it's that heart-pounding action. Yesterday, I watched the latest episode of The Flash. And again, it's brilliant. It's what I saw yesterday equals what I see on a blockbuster superhero movie. I mean, that big flood that was coming towards Central City, that kind of special effect is something we're used to seeing in cinema, at the movies, as you Americans would say. We are heading towards something amazing. Now, of course, the potential of what we've got now is alternate superhero movies. Now it's the parallel universe, isn't it? All comic books have got these so many different universes and realities, and I think that's what's happening. I mean, it's easy really to see that you've got the movie universe, which began with Man of Steel. You've got another universe with the Dark Knight trilogy, if you like. Another universe with the Christopher Reeve movies. And so you just have to use your imagination. So there's no reason that Stephen Amell's Oliver Queen can't show up in one of the movies, because, hey, they could have somehow gone through a wormhole and gone through to another parallel universe or something. Anything can happen. And the potential is limitless, and it's so exciting to be having the honour of watching all this via television, via the movies, We are very lucky in this generation, the way we can watch television, the way we can watch movies, the kind of stuff they're able to do with the technology, with the special effects. It's just amazing, and the acting and the writing is so on the money with what they're doing at Marvel, with what they're doing on DC. It's just, it really is something special. And this all started for me really from the first moment I saw Superman the movie starring Christopher Reeve. I'm not a comic book reader, I'm not a reader at all, which I'd absolutely always love to be, but I just haven't got the patience really to sit there and read something. I was brought up on TV shows and movies. That's just me, that's the way I am. So but from the moment I saw that movie, I was in love. Superman is my hero, he's my superhero, but I love them all. It's brilliant, and for me it goes beyond superheroes as well. So but of course Batman versus Superman is the most anticipated movie of all time, comic book or anything else. People say, oh well, why are people so excited? Because it's never been attempted in film to have Batman and Superman in a movie. Not just Batman and Superman. You've got Cyborg. Most probably Aquaman is going to be in the movie as well. Who knows who else is going to turn up. Now the criticism of Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice is that it's going to be overcrowded. Now I want to answer those critics. That this is the mistake a lot of people have been making, and me at first as well, was that this is a Man of Steel sequel. It's kind of a sequel, but it's really a team-up. It's a beginning of a team-up. It's more like Avengers and Man of Steel 2, without question. But of course we're going to be continuing from what we saw in Man of Steel. It's the same universe. There have been accusations that this is kind of some kind of reboot of Man of Steel. That's absolute nonsense. This is the same universe. Henry Cavill, Zack Snyder's back to direct. He's co-written the story with David S. Goyer. And how lucky are we to have Zack Snyder, David S. Goyer running this thing with Christopher Nolan, who started all this off with the Dark Knight trilogy, been having this Godfather role. It brings the DC universe back to life. Really, well, we haven't had anything really. I mean, before we had two brilliant Tim Burton Batman films, Batman Returns, brilliant movies that stand up against anything. And then, of course, we had the Nolan trilogy. But before that, really, it was Superman the movie and Superman 2. DC haven't really never expanded on the success of Superman the movie. And that's a shame. And that's because they just didn't see the future, or didn't think superheroes were the future. Now, people say that superheroes weren't always that popular. But when I was growing up, they were extremely popular. Even though I didn't read comic books, there was Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. Adults were watching that. Kids at school were, absolutely loving it. Even things like the He-Man cartoon. I mean, he's not really a superhero, but he's kind of in that genre, isn't it? So they've always been popular. And now we're just, because of the money involved, because of the technology, we can visually see those universes. And extremely exciting because money's been pumped into the TV universes as well. I haven't been a big Marvel Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. fan. I just haven't. It's not really a superhero show, and you kind of wonder, what is it? I love the kind of Sky storyline. That's the only kind of good thing about it. But when you look at the DC shows, when you look at Arrow, when you look at The Flash, when you look at Gotham, and a lot of people didn't like Constantine. I love Constantine, by the way. One of its biggest supporters. I love it, and I will fight tooth and nail. Of course, the TV universe really started with Smallville, which this universe is nothing to do with the Smallville universe. But without Smallville, without what Gotham Miller began, we wouldn't be here now. And that should always be remembered. And I'm always fighting tooth and nail as well to get Smallville back in some form. I mean, we know that Tom Welling will never be involved. We understand that. But there's other kind of spin-off situation, and there's a reboot situation. I've even come up with an idea for a Smallville Metropolis, which is a Smallville reboot, and I haven't really got the time to talk about it, and I spoke about it before if you look on my previous videos. And I'm running out of time because, as I said to you yesterday, they only let me do 10 minutes on YouTube, or they won't upload the video properly because they're stinkers, and they make me want to do another one because I've got so much to say. But I'm really excited about what's to come with this superhero universe, especially with DC, the TV universe. It's phenomenal. And hopefully they don't cut me off. I have got one prediction about The Flash. It's what I think. It could be totally wrong. I predict they could kill off Barry Allen in The Flash at the end of the season, and I replace him with Wally West or Bart Allen. What do you think? Let me know. Comment down below. Follow me on Twitter, Movies TV Mad. I'm Mick Meanus on Facebook. We will speak again. See you later.